Drew and Willow sunk even lower on January 24 General Hospital. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. The January 24, 2025 episode of General Hospital followed both Drew and Willow as they managed to sink even lower than they already were. When Tracy, Jane Elliott, intruded on Willow, Caitlin McMullen, who recently revealed how much she'll miss working with TV husband Chad Duell, and Nina, Cynthia Watros, at the gatehouse, she decided it was time to lay some ground rules now that Willow is back on Quartermain property. There seemed to be only one rule on Tracy's mind: no Drew Cameron Matheson. Since Drew has been banned from the property, Tracy ordered Willow not to allow her boyfriend at the gatehouse. Willow and Nina instantly fought back, and when Tracy left, Willow wondered if the compromise was worth it, and if she should just take the kids back to Nina's. Willow eventually decided the kids were better off at the gatehouse, and welcomed Nina to visit any time. But while they were having their mother-daughter moment, Drew managed to destroy one of his friendships even more. Drew showed up at the Aurora office, hoping to make a deal with the new CEO, Curtis Donald Turner. But after everything Drew put him through, Curtis had no reason to play nice with his former friend. Drew threatened not to help the company succeed if he didn't benefit financially from Aurora, but Curtis turned him down and kicked him out of his office. Odds are, this encounter will send Drew straight to Willow's, where she'll have to decide whether she'll abide by Tracy's rule or risk losing her kids for good. The drama that unfolded on General Hospital on January 24 sent shockwaves through the Port Charles community, leaving viewers reeling from the emotional turmoil that Drew Cain and Willow Tate found themselves embroiled in. It's no secret that these two characters have faced a roller coaster of ups and downs over the past few months, and things have taken a turn for the worse, leaving them in a position that frankly feels even more hopeless than before. Drew and Willow, both of whom have already been through immense personal struggles, seem to be in the midst of a rare moment of peace and happiness where they first tried to move forward in their relationship and lives. Drew had just reunited with his family after being freed from captivity, and Willow, after a long and tumultuous journey, was finally embracing the family she had always longed for. The hope that the two might find some solace in each other's arms felt like a well-earned break from the darkness they'd both had suffered. But, as we've come to learn in the world of General Hospital, no good moment is safe for long. On January 24, the episode focused on Drew and Willow facing yet another crushing blow, one that sent their worlds spiraling in new, heartbreaking directions. The couple, who had already been walking a fine line, dealing with complex family issues, illness, and the looming shadow of betrayal, found themselves sinking even lower, emotionally and mentally, after a string of unfortunate events took place. At the core of Drew and Willow's latest predicament is a series of misunderstandings, family obligations, and painful choices that neither of them were prepared for. Drew, who had just begun to reconnect with his daughter Scout, found himself thrust into a moral quandary. His past involvement with some of Port Charles' most powerful players, particularly in relation to the Casadine family, and the intrigue surrounding his mission with the company ELQ, began to resurface in a way that threatened not only his own future, but the future of those closest to him. Meanwhile, Willow's struggles came from a deeply personal place, one tied to the devastating health battle she's been fighting. Her cancer diagnosis and ongoing treatments have made it difficult for her to live a normal life. Her physical and emotional exhaustion continues to build, and her relationship with Drew, which had previously been a bright spot, now feels strained under the weight of the realities they both face. On top of everything else, Willow is also grappling with a life-altering decision regarding her own family, complicating matters further. Drew and Willow's situation is a direct reflection of how quickly things can change in Port Charles. A day that started with optimism for their future together quickly devolved into one of the most gut-wrenching and intense episodes in recent memory. The couple, who had been inching toward a semblance of stability, suddenly found themselves consumed by the inescapable complications that plagued their pasts and present. Both characters, already stretched thin emotionally, began to buckle under the mounting pressure, as their personal struggles collided in a way that seemed destined to drive a wedge they now face is how to find a way to navigate their complex relationship while simultaneously addressing the separate crises that threaten their individual well-being. Drew, ever the protector, wants to be there for Willow in her time of need, but the choices he has made in the past, along with the growing tension between the people he's trying to keep happy, may ultimately cost him his relationship with her. His sense of responsibility and need to protect those he loves, coupled with the dangerous territory he finds himself in, have led him to question his own decisions, adding a layer of self-doubt to his already fragile emotional state. For Willow, the pressure of her health struggles has reached a fever pitch. She's aware that her time with Drew and her family might be limited, but she is also fiercely independent and determined to not let her illness define her. Yet, as the events of January 24 revealed, the truth is often more complicated than it seems, and Willow's ability to keep going may soon be tested in ways she never imagined. Her vulnerability and struggle with the truth of her condition came to light, creating an emotional rift not only with Drew, but also with other key characters who care about her deeply. As they sink lower, both Drew and Willow are forced to face uncomfortable truths, ones that neither of them are prepared to confront. For Drew, this may involve reconciling his past actions with the present choices he must make to protect those he loves. For Willow, it's about coming to terms with the fact that she can't do everything on her own, and that she may have to rely on others to get through the darkest moments of her life. As the fallout from the events of January 24 continues to unfold, Drew and Willow are left to pick up the pieces of a relationship that feels more fragile with each passing moment. The weight of their respective burdens seems too heavy for either of them to bear alone, and the question remains whether they will be able to weather this latest storm together, or whether the very forces that brought them together in the first place will drive them apart for good. The emotional toll on both characters is undeniable, and viewers are left wondering how much more either of them can take before they crack under the strain. As the show has taught us time and time again, no one is ever truly safe, and even the most stable relationships can be torn apart by the forces of fate, circumstance, and the deep-rooted secrets that swirl around Port Charles. As we look to the future of General Hospital, the question that looms large is, will Drew and Willow be able to rise above the challenges they face, or are they doomed to sink even further into the abyss of heartache and despair? The stakes have never been higher for these characters, and as we've seen time and time again in the world of soaps, the road to redemption is rarely an easy one. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updated news.